what kind of effect do you think we would have if we had mobile voting? If we could vote from your phone or from your internet, if it was perfectly secure in a perfect world, if every eligible voter would have access to voting from home, do you think that it would have an effect?
I think what we're confusing there is voting with polling. Voting is, people don't understand, voting and convenience is not registering your opinion. It's almost like a jury doing a verdict. There's labor involved with the jury, watching, deliberating, then doing it. So voting is a behavior, an act. It's not like simply, hey, what do you think? So the fact that you have to get up in the morning, go someplace, get in line, and do it actually has some functionality. Now, the one thing I want to say is the one thing that's grotesque in this country is that the voting infrastructure is not equal.
Everywhere.
Yes, I mean, the idea that you have to wait forever in line, it shouldn't be like that. But it should be that you have to get up, go somewhere, you're in line for a couple of minutes, show them your ID, go do it, go home, get a sticker, I did it. That's what it should be. It should be that.
I hope that becomes an old-fashioned thing. One of my core beliefs is it follows something that Michio Kaku said to some of the world leaders. If you want to thrive, if you want your business to thrive in any industry, you can make a multi-billion-dollar company by finding your industry, minimizing the friction, and making it available to the masses. And so take Amazon, for example. And the friction was me having to go to the store to go buy something. We had to get in our car, turn it on, drive, and then do it all over again just to get back home. Shopping was labor, and they solved that problem. You could even get orthodontic work remotely through an app now. And so that kind of is the trend of the future. And I hope that we can minimize the friction for voters across the board, because I think that some of that friction has been used, like you're saying, the infrastructure problems, it's been used to disadvantage certain groups.
So making it easier is fine, but the one thing I do want to say is I don't ever want voting to be like shopping. It can't be that easy. Shopping as Wittgenstein would say, it's a different grammar. You've got a different behavior thing going on there. Shopping is shopping. It's no voting. And voting,
you want people to make sure that they're.
You want to have it's like I use a jury concept. There's a debate, noise, everything, this and that. Then it gets to the final act, and you've got to go do it. Like let's say, what is it like to go to confession? I don't know if I was raised Catholic. What is it like to say a prayer? Sometimes you get on your knees. There's like a thing you have to go and do.
Yeah.
You're going to go vote, and it's not shopping. You're going to go vote. It's like a duty almost. So you go out and vote and register your verdict, almost like a jury registering a verdict. It's not shopping. You have to remember that. Shopping and polling are two different things. You poll, you shop, you have, what do you think? Yeah, now go vote. The voting is always requires some degree of labor, some degree of actual thing that you're doing. So you want to be careful.
So you do want to make sure that people put more effort into it? Is that what you're looking for?
Effort. I don't know that it's effort. It's, how do I say this?
It's your duty.
I'm trying to think of someone who gives last rites, or someone who's dying and the priest comes and gives last rites or something. You wouldn't want to say, well, I've got an app for that. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Amazon made that
God.
easy. Amazon just made that,
Give me your last rites, but here's an app.
So, I mean, there has to be an element of going to the poll and registering your vote.
I appreciate that level of sanctity.
Right. But everything else you're saying is right. They should not be standing in line forever. They should not be discouraged. If they show up, they should be able to get in there and get it done pretty quickly and say, okay, I made that effort. I went out and I did it.
I love the advent of mail-in ballots, though. I'm still a California voter.
Yeah.
I vote in California's primaries and everything.
Yeah, I think mail-in ballots are good. And I think that qualifies. You got to fill them out and everything.
All right.
Pain in the ass, lick the envelope.
Right. Well, as the what do you call it? As the new internet says, okay, boomer. I'm gotta say, Dr. Wilson, I think that it may be the future, and I hope we can get more people voting.